boast that she knows that I'm almost famous. Neck bang bang, and we dangerous remaining. Time steady changing. I don't know these niggas, and I don't wanna know them. This girl just want that big moment, so she can blow it. That's bogus, but I don't tell her what's what. Don't wanna be stuck, cause she's so starstruck. Wanna be around us, but I just rather play the field, rather keep it real, rather take you out, rather tell you how I feel, and show you that this game is for real. Cause I know that you're in love, you're looking for a star. Walked all this way to find a man with a car, hanging at the bar, champagne, caviar. No, you never seen a nigga like this, like this. You never seen a nigga like this, like this. Girl, you never seen a nigga like this, like this. You never seen a nigga like this, like this. Girl, you never seen a nigga like this. So quit it, you spend seconds, hours, minutes working on your fitness for a nigga to witness. Go quit it, I ain't tripping. You ain't the baddest bitch I'll ever meet. The homie said he already beat in the backseat of a Honda Jeep. So the whole shit you can really keep him so cold on him, so cold on him. You homies in the feds, cause bitch niggas done told on him. Seen them boys in the streets and did a lot more, just stole on them. Niggas know the pen when they feel the heat of that stove on them. Send the hell, the Lord don't want them. Funny girls from church Sunday morning, Saturday was out towing. Show me a word to your opponent, show me a match. No nigga, I face mine. Now my mind, no hang time. That's MJ on the baseline. Girl, I know that you're in love, you're looking for a star. Walked all this way to find a man with a car, hanging at the bar, champagne, caviar. No, you never seen a nigga like this.
Wanna see my cars on flatbed. Hey, this is a recession, selling that crack, yeah. Niggas selling super sour and bionic glue, and got Superman powers with a trash new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. John Dillinger shit. Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. John Dillinger shit. Niggas in the hood wanna see my cars on flatbed. Hey, this is a recession, selling that crack, yeah. Niggas selling super sour and bionic glue. And got Superman powers when I'm stressed new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn door. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga.
Shabaka, your pen will okay. I gotta restart the computer, Shabaka. Lady Trey is gonna get in the studio.
The same link.
Okay, because
Link.
Yes.
okay.
Go to the viewer. If that's Brother Azrael, please join us in the studio.
Oh yeah, greetings to Brother Azrael. Yeah.
I'm coming, Sparky. Give me a second, 1 second. I need to tell people something. Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm coming.
Lady, I gotta wait for Lady Trey to get in the studio.
Yeah, and then we're gonna shut it. Restart it. And then go. When we restart it, babe, go get the It's like a cold ice gel. You just put it against the motor. It's like what, 80 degrees?
No, it's like 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's probably hot too. The motor right here. This thing.
Yeah, wait a minute. You guys got 100 degrees outside in Denver?
It's 97 right now.
I'm in the
Well, it's 100 and yeah, it's about 100 and.
Okay, can you hear me?
It's echoing because we're both in the same room. I'm trying to restart the computer now.
Alright. Okay, hopefully you can hear me right now, just for a quick second. I want to tell the people, man, your girl is sick as fuck. They can see me. They can hear me.
I can hear you, but they can't see you.
I'm not on camera. I'm off camera. I'm really sick. Maybe the universe has blessed us with a great black seed of destiny, of greatness. Because every time that happens, I seem to get a cold or like some sort of cold-like substance like this. And no, so we're just gonna cross our fingers and hope to God that that's what's happening. Because that would be a rip. So we're just gonna cross our fingers. Other than that, I'm like super, super, super sick. Shabaka, I lost you, so As soon as the computer restarts, we're gonna plug you back into the studio. The only reason this is happening is because the genius right here decided to jump in on the tablet. Um, we're supposed to go to an event today, and we're gonna go till a little later, but it depends on how long the show runs. Which we got a couple of topics. We got like 5 topics left, and I'm gonna lay back as soon as Jesse gets back up in the spot. I'm gonna go ahead and lay back down because I've been sick, very sick. So all I did is try to get this all out. I thought it was that had something to do with my conditions, plural, and I don't know. I'm starting to rethink that whole situation, and my brain is just saying, no, it might be. Jesse did a pull the woo wop. Pull the woo wop on your girl. It might have done that. Might have done it. Might be successful. Because, when shit like that happens, and then, the universe says, nah, just kidding, cuz. And take it back, But, I don't think, we might be hoping so. I got my fingers crossed. I don't give a damn what Jesse thinks. I got my fingers crossed. Does you anything about the great black seed of greatness? Huh? Do you think that would be a rip? Huh?
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Did you see the hesitation? I don't care. It's great. It's awesome. Okay, so he's getting back in the studio. I just messing with him. I'm not messing with him really, but I'm serious. I'm messing with him when I mess with him. Sorry, family. I am so fucking sick. It was ridiculous. Running a fever. I'm in the back. Bye, Jesse. I'm running a fever for like 3 hours. I can't get it under control. I'm pale. I have no appetite. I was already pale, but not pale, but fair skin. Now I'm like almost translucent in the back. Still got jokes. And was buzz away. Jesse's coming in now. And just don't let Jesse lie. Jesse loves the kids.
Yeah.
Don't let him lie. There's a whole bunch of we call out. There's children outside my building, and these motherfucking children, they never go to sleep, man. They're like, swear they're on like crack. Like they've been up all night long for like 2 years now. I don't know when they go to sleep. And you're talking to the expert of not sleeping. Sleep. I have insomnia, natural insomnia. These fucking kids are like baby kids. They're up all night, all day, and they park in front of my fucking apartment. And so, Jesse, oops. Tell them what happened, Jesse.
And they had their bikes right in front of Lady Chang's door. They had their bikes right in front of Lady Chang's
I'm leaving.
Why did you log out?
Because when I need to log in, I'm right here in the back. You gotta put that go get the ice for me, so you can put it right by on the motor because the motor's probably hot. It don't feel hot in here, right?
No.
I just feel hot. It doesn't feel hot though. You feel hot? So what happened?
But it's still freezing up.
It's because it's hot. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Hold on, let me pop back.
Sorry, Black family, we're having technical difficulties.
Go get it. I'm right here. All right, wait. Buzz me in. Okay, now, man.
That's the edge.
Hold on, now, man.
Come on, computer. Oh, it's this other shit started up.
Yeah. You shouldn't even hear it. Like literally under my throat.
Can't do anything. It froze up the whole thing.
Is the computer itself hot?
No, the computer does not feel hot.
So it's the fucking modem.
Something.
It's the modem.
That's for the internet.
That's right there, Jesse. That thing is hot. That box right there.
That's the internet.
That's what I'm saying. That's
not what it is. The computer itself.
If it didn't do it before, why is it doing it now?
Because it had all these windows open.
Okay, now you close the windows and what?
I'm gonna have to restart the computer again.
Why? Just hit the X.
It's completely frozen because it can't do nothing.
You can't hit the X.
It's not doing anything.
It's safe. It's safe. It's lighting up. It moves.
It's not lighting up where it needs to light up though.
Hit the refresh button.
It's not. The whole browser is shot. I gotta restart the whole computer again.
Just like click off of it on the bottom.
I can't click off of nothing. Like,
on the bottom, you click on the icon, the fucking the internet. Yeah, yeah. Do that. No, get over there, right there. Go to your window. Your window, right there.
It's not working.
We see it, Jesse. Give me the code. Give me the thing. Just get through it.
It's not working, cuz. Just told you, this shit don't froze up.
Just stop.
Oh, she would just take my word for stuff.
I would if you just listen. Let's see. Tell me where it says close the window.
The bottom.
This
Yes. It's not working. That's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta restart the whole computer.
I know what you did. You broke it. You broke it.
We got all these goddamn windows open.
There's no windows open now, so you broke it.
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties. It's outside, so it's freezing up.
Niggas in the hood wanna see my cars on flatbed. Hey, this a recession, selling that crack, yeah. Niggas selling suicide one bionic glue. And got Superman powers with them stretch new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. Yeah. Yeah. John Dillinger shit. Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. Yeah. John Dillinger shit. Niggas in the hood wanna see my cars on flatbed. Hey, this a recession, selling that crack, yeah. Niggas selling suicide one bionic glue. And got Superman powers when them stretch new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga.
Good evening, good afternoon. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Front Line Blacc News. Sorry, we've been having technical difficulties this afternoon. Computer freezing up. It's like almost 100 degrees outside, so show must go on. So we are going to continue where we left off last night, which was with our season 3, episode 16 of the Front Line Blacc News, part 1. And right now we're doing part 2. So the topics that we didn't get to yesterday are on this afternoon's season 3, episode 16 of the Front Line Blacc News. We will discuss the topics we didn't get to last night on part 1. A new Black Panther brother Azrael Zabu. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. Situation in Roxboro, North Carolina. Law enforcement, together with the judicial system, violating civil and constitutional rights, malicious persecution for exercising constitutional rights if you are Black. The next thing that we'll be discussing is Republikkkans or Republikkkans or Reptilians, want to pass bill to ban reparations. So we got them shook, Black family. They are shook. Demorats are in trouble. FBA Black men are not pleased with Jim Crow Joe Biden. The next thing we will be discussing is Mike Johnston gets inaugurated. The 46th mayor of Denver on Monday, this past Monday, and one half of Team Parris was present for his event at the Denver Performing Arts Center at the Ellie Caulkins Opera House, and I filmed the event. If we have time, which I don't think we are going to have time, the situation with the sister in Alabama, and then our Unhoused Neighbor News and our Unhoused Neighbor Sweeps. So we lost our West Coast correspondent. Hopefully he'll be joining us again. And I'm waiting on Brother Azrael because he was supposed to be joining us because the first topic is pertaining to him. And it doesn't look like he will be joining us. So if he jumps on, we'll go back to this topic. The next topic is going to be Republikkkans or Republikkkans or Reptilians want to pass bill to ban reparations.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one, family. I think I covered a little bit on the FBA, but this is a good topic.
I mean,
This
on
shit
the
is
RBA.
horrible.
Yeah. Computer keeps freezing up. Hold on, I'm trying to pull this clip up. I had a whole queue of Black family, and when I restarted the computer, I lost the whole queue. So give me 1 second to restart the queue. Going. Hopefully Shabaka will be tapping back in. Yeah, so it's a very hot one here out west, Black family. It's definitely hot outside. It feels like I'm going. Sorry, Black family. This is just not the day. It's like the third week in a row we've had these issues.
And I wasn't doing it last night, right? Sorry about that. My name is Brandy Marie Majors, and I am running for City Council at large in Aurora.
I'm playing your
I'm going
video.
to tell you a little bit about me.
Because I was trying to execute.
Well, I'm
People
like to consider myself a future leader, shaped by lived experience, determination. Let's start by saying, citizens of Aurora. Again, my name is Brandy Marie Majors. I am an ideal candidate for this.
Yes.
Aggressive race and a potential leader for our city. What sets me apart is my depth and breadth of my lived experience, which have shaped my understanding of the challenges our community faces on a daily basis. Throughout my entire life, I have experienced crushing limitations imposed by a lack of opportunity. I understand firsthand the struggles faced by individuals caught in a revolving cycle with little access to real opportunity for growth and success. These experiences have provided me with a unique perspective and unwavering determination to be a future voice for those who have been overlooked far too long. As a disabled woman, I have faced immense adversity and discrimination. For 5 years, I found myself unhoused, living in various encampments in our city. This experience has given me invaluable insight into the harsh realities faced by our unhoused community members and the urgent need to address this issue with compassionate and effective solutions. Being housed through a voucher program has given me a deep appreciation for the impact stable housing can have on a person's life and well-being.
Trying to have something for them to watch.
Watching the Denver mayoral race, I was not only moved, but also inspired to take a more active role in serving my community. Running for city council at large in Aurora is my way of translating that inspiration into action. I am dedicated to amplifying the voices of the unheard, addressing the systemic issues that have hindered progress, and working towards a city that provides equal opportunity. My lived experience has equipped me with a profound understanding of the struggles our residents face daily. I can speak to the challenges of unhoused individuals, the importance of accessible housing options, and the need for comprehensive support services. I am intimately familiar with the barriers that prevent people from thriving, and I am committed to dismantling those barriers through effective policy and community collaboration. Leadership is not just making promises, it's about empathy, resilience, and the ability to take decisive action. My journey from experiencing homelessness to running for public office reflects the tenacity and the determination I will bring to the role of city councilor. I am ready to listen, learn, and work tirelessly to ensure that Aurora become a city where every resident has the opportunities to lead.
This is calm.
One more thing. The race is November 7th, 2023. And I look forward to you reaching out to me.
That's like the right word.
Hey. Stop.
And ask you what tools I can provide.
Yeah, so there you have it, Lady Che. What?
No, that's the wrong one.
Oh my God, there's like 5 videos.
No, there's always one.
No, there's 5 videos.
Oh, God damn it, just
You did 5 videos.
Ellie.
I'm not playing. I'm sorry, Black Film. We are having super technical difficulties.
I thought you weren't live.
It crashed, Brandy. Stop. This is very dysfunctional. I apologize for this. I'm sorry, y'all. So the next topic is politicians want to ban reparations, meaning the Republikkkans. All right, shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins, the whole story on this. So it's like the first 20 minutes of it.
Home for Intelligent Black People. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. So actually, before we get started, let me just start with the basics. Can you give me a B1 in the chat if you can hear me? Give me a yes if you can hear me. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. I want to talk to you guys about this bill. I read this bill that there apparently is a Republican who's looking to ban reparations before we even have an appropriate conversation. There's a Republican out of Texas who, let's see, what was his name? I think his last name was Babin. Let me look it up. Brian Babin apparently is looking to just basically make a law that says we can't pay reparations to anybody, especially Black people. And I thought it was really interesting, and I want to talk about it. But actually, I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Give me a yes if you can hear me okay. B1 Dallas, I see you, Dana, and Frank Matthews. Shout out the city you're from. Hey, Michelle Wood. Michelle Wood, good to see you, sister. Lady Love, G. Corey. He says, when you are getting closer to the target, that's when you start taking the most enemy fire. That is 100% correct. Okay, G. Corey is a smart man. Very nice. Thank you, Dana and Lewis and Twan and Jay and Diamond. Good to see everybody. Good to see you. All right, so how many of you, give me a yes or no, how many of you heard about this? How many of you heard about the politician who is doing his best to ban reparations before they even get started? I thought it was really interesting. So James Baker and Lady Love and Daniel from San Antonio, here's what's going on. I'm gonna read some of this to you, and then I'm gonna kind of give you a Dr. Boyce breakdown on some of this. As we do this, as I open this up, it's an article from Moguldom, actually. As we open this up, please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Also, make sure you guys know political season is coming up, and when you start talking extra Black, they tend to like to shadow ban your channels and things like that to make sure that your subscribers can't actually see when you go live. You know, we have hundreds of thousands. We have actually over 1 million subscribers on different YouTube channels, and they pretty much block about 95% of you from seeing the content. So if you like the content on this channel, just make sure you hit that notification bell in order to be alerted. And also my new Instagram, since they did deplatform our Instagram, we're starting over. It's okay. We've got to back up. My new Instagram is Dr. Boyce Finance, so I'm putting it up there. And also, if you check in regularly, I'll share some stock picks and stuff like that to give you good reasons to come to the platform. All right, so anyway, let's hop into this. All right, so apparently there's this guy who wants to ban reparations, and I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to kind of give you a Dr. Boyce breakdown of what's going on. This is an article written that basically you're going to get, you're going to get blocked and banned from receiving any sort of bailout on any level. That if you pay your reparations to Black people, then they're not going to give you your reparations if you have a flood or if you have an economic crisis or something like that. So it says the No Bailouts for Reparations Act was introduced June 23rd, just days after Juneteenth, by Texas GOP House member Representative Brian Babin. If passed, the bill would prohibit federal bailouts or financial assistance from going to states or municipalities operating programs giving reparations for slavery. Quote, American taxpayers shouldn't be forced to pay for radical race-based reparation payments to please the woke left. I'm going to use my Texas accent, y'all. I hope that's okay. I hope so. All right, if I talk like that for a little bit, because I want to just really help us understand, how that's how they really talk down there, All right. No disrespect to my friends from Texas now. I'm about to give you country boys right quick. All right. So he says, my bill ensures that the government government entities enacting reparation laws based on race, ethnicity, national origin, or slavery cannot receive federal bailouts. So that's what he said. That's what he wants. He's basically saying that if you support reparations, that you get no bailout money, that your municipality gets blocked from federal funds. This is so interesting to me because what fascinates me about America? I'm fascinated by how America has gotten so good at convincing so many people to just hate Black people for no reason. When I would look at racism when I was a little kid, and they would show you old footage of, people throwing rocks at like little children because they just want to go to school, and stuff like that. It always tripped me out because I was like, why? How brainwashed do you have to be to hate somebody and you don't even know them? Like really, like you're really mad at this like black child that's like 9 years old, and you don't even know this person. They haven't done anything to you. You got to be sick in the head. Like that's a mental illness. That's a severe mental illness. And so I see this as a continuation of that. I mean, the idea that he's literally targeting black people for something that hasn't even happened yet. Reparations haven't even been offered yet. And yeah, I guess he's being preemptive. This is a preemptive strike. And he basically is saying that the proposed legislation states that the U.S. government, and I got to go back to my country Texas accent now, including the Federal Reserve System and independent agencies, may not provide any loan, grant, or other form of financial assistance to the government of any state or political subdivision thereof, or any agency or instrumentality of such a state or political subdivision that enacts into law any program providing reparations on the basis of slavery or race, ethnicity, national origin, or historical practices related thereto. Did I get it down? Does that sound, did I sound Texas enough, y'all? What do y'all think? Did I do it pretty well? I've been practicing my Texas. I want to learn how to be a country boy. And so I can really sound real country and everybody. All right. So anyway, all right. So effectively, this guy's trying to pass this bill. Supporting the bill are 13 of Babin's fellow Republicans, including fellow Texas representatives Troy Niels and Ronnie Jackson. I bet Ronnie Jackson, that sounds like a black name. Ronnie, you better not be black. Let me see. Ronnie Jackson. I'm going to look up Representative Ronnie Jackson. Let's see. I don't know why I feel like Ronnie's black. Let me see. Because I'm thinking new. No, he's not. He's a white guy. Maybe I was thinking about New Edition, like Ronnie, Robbie, Ricky, and Mike. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so Ronnie is not black, thank goodness. So this is what you're dealing with, right? This is what's happening. And the thing about it is that by the way, if you want to know what got my Instagram banned and the reason you will not see me on Facebook anymore, I'm done with Facebook, is because I was reading from the book. This book is from Dr. Claude Anderson. Give him a shout out if you know who he is and if you love him. And his books are at powernomics.com. And I was reading from this book, and in this book, I read a section in which Dr. Anderson explains that immigration policies, wide open immigration policies, are very bad for black people. That literally the Democrats getting you to support wide open borders is something that doesn't benefit the black community, and he explains why. And I think that they identified that as hate speech. They pretty much said, well, you're identifying a specific group. It was either that or when I said that affirmative action benefits mostly white women. One of those two things probably sparked a complaint or something like that. And I'm not going to stop reading from it. In fact, tonight, we do Powernomics training for free in the Black Business School. We're going to start reading the Black History Reader. We were reading Powernomics for about 2 years, word for word. We got through the entire book. Now we're starting the Black History Reader. And one of the things I can tell you is that when you see people doing things like this, when you say, man, why are you attacking black people? And when you know America owes this money. You know corporate America owes this money. You know that churches owe this money. Georgetown University had a big controversy because black people saved Georgetown. It was the sale of black slaves that saved Georgetown University. And that's just one of probably 10,000 scenarios where black people saved America. And we're still saving America. If you remember when Joe Biden got elected, the first thing they did was they said, thank you, black women. Black women saved, America. And then there were memes saying black women saving you again. And here's the thing. They this Democrat Republican stuff, and you don't spend enough time advocating for yourselves, advocating for each other, advocating for your families, advocating for your community. So therefore, all these institutions end up falling apart. And so, what I will say to you is that anybody who sees this act on behalf of this very awkward Republican senator as a reason that Black people need to make sure we vote blue no matter who, I think you're missing the point. If you're using this as a reason to come to Black people and say, hey, y'all, they're not going to support reparations, we need to vote blue no matter who. Well, I'm gonna sort of retort on that and come back and say, give me a reason and you can get my vote. And the reason you say that is because when people put you in a situation where you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, they tend to push you toward those traditional options of the lesser of two evils, which is an argument I no longer will accept. But it could be an opportunity, right? So perhaps the fact that the Republicans are fighting against, or there are Republicans fighting against reparations, and I don't think Republicans will pay reparations, maybe perhaps it would get the Democrats to go ahead and say, yeah, we're going to do reparations. Yeah, they're the bad guys. They won't give you reparations, but we will. Okay, I want to hear that. But here's the problem. Here's what you're going to run into if you're not careful. If you're not careful, it's going to be no different. It's going to be integration 2.0. If you're not
no, Mr. Green. Shabaka, can you hear me?
This will be another affirmative action program.
Yeah,
if you're not careful, this is going to be another rights movement. If you're not careful, this is going to be another Black Lives Matter rally. And let me explain what I mean. Did anybody hear about Evanston? It wasn't Evanston, Illinois. Gosh, there was a town in Illinois that paid reparations. Anybody hear about that? Give me a yes if you heard about that. Please hit the thumbs up button and the share, subscribe button, and notification bell while we do that. Let me see here. There's a town in Illinois that paid reparations. Anybody hear about that?
On the RBA.
It's Illinois city that paid reparations.
About that.
What was that city? Was it Evanston that did it? I don't believe it was Evanston. I guess it is Evanston. But anyway, it was a cash reparations program. And I'm looking it up right here. And here's the thing about it. I understand the intent of the reparations program.
Shabaka.
Yeah.
Are you there, Shabaka?
But to be quite honest, it was a bunch of
yes.
I want to say bullshit, but I'm trying not to. So let's say donkey snot. That's gonna be my term for bullshit. It was a bunch of donkey snot. It was literally something ridiculous like this. It was like if you lived in this city, I'm not kidding. Look it up. It might be Evanston. If it's not Evanston, forgive me, but I know it was in Illinois because I live in Illinois. It was something like if you lived in this city between 1919 and 1969, you get a $25,000 housing credit. Man, you can take that housing credit and shove it all the way up your ass. I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to be all professional and stuff. Man, are you kidding me right now? Really? For everything Black people have gone through, that's all you can offer is a $25,000. $25,000 doesn't even pay 1/3 of a decent salary in this country, especially after inflation. Not even 1/2.
Right.
So what are you talking about right now? Are you kidding me? Right. So literally, I'm supposed to act like the last 400 years didn't happen because you wrote a check that it's like literally giving me a stack of McDonald's coupons. That's what they're going to do. That's what I'm concerned. This is why, honestly, I'm going to tell y'all, to be honest with you, I don't really know if I really want them to make a reparations proposal in the next 3 or 4 years, or even the next decade, because they're going to literally try to pay you with McDonald's coupons. They're going to pay you with Starbucks gift certificates. That's what they're going to do. They're going to come to you with something that literally won't even sustain you for a year and then say, we good now, right? We good now, right? No, we ain't good. No, we ain't good. Give me a yes or no. Did the pain of Black people last more than a year? Have Black people been in pain for more than a year? More than a couple of years? Yes or no? Have Black people, give me a yes or no. Have black people been in pain for more than a couple of decades? Give me a yes or no. Give me a yes or no. Do you think have black people been in pain and been tortured by this country for more than a century? Give me a yes or no. 100 years. Have we been going through it for more than a century? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no. Have black people been going through it for several centuries?
Yes.
Several centuries, several hundred years.
Someone got hit with fire.
Sorry, Shabaka, just having technical difficulties today.
Years of torture. So in order for you to, and this is logic now, this is where I start losing people because I start talking about logic. I'm a mathematician. 2 + 2 will always be 4 to me, no matter how much it hurts your feelings. The thing about this to me is, logically speaking, if you put me through and my people through hundreds of years of pain, then the reward that you give or the compensation you must give must be something that will sustain us and allow us for hundreds of years of healing. We have to have something. There has to be some sort. I don't know if they can even pay it all at once. You can't. But there has to be something offered that is going to be just absolutely, undeniably transformative for the black community. I'm talking about night and day. I'm talking about leveling up like crazy. And so part of the reason I'm a little bit nervous about them even making a reparations proposal is because I think they're going to do something stupid. And then y'all going to have to see me raising my blood pressure on this podcast, screaming my butt off about how it's insane for us to even go for a deal like that. You got to learn how to negotiate. You got to negotiate. If you don't negotiate with these people, they're going to kick you in your butt. Do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. You're watching drboystv.com, the home for intelligent black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I'm a finance PhD. That's what my background is. That's what I do. And if you ever want to advertise on this platform, feel free to reach out to Micah at drboycefinance.com. I can give you a shout out. We're not doing any shout outs today because I wanted to talk about this topic. But if you have a black-owned business and you'd like to market maybe at the convention, we're doing the All Black National Convention, you can also reach out to Micah.
Yeah, I keep getting kicked off.
She can take good care of you. And also my new Instagram is Dr. Boyce Finance. That's right there on the screen. So feel free to follow me on Instagram. And last but not least, because we're trying to get rid of our commitment to Instagram and Facebook and all that, you can also text me and I'll send you Dr. Boyce profit alerts. I'll send you stocks that I like every week. I'll send you the $5 day investing plan. All you have to do is text the word stock to 31996. Text stock to 31996. I will send you a training on how to make money without working. I will send you a copy of my book, e-copy of my book. It's called It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, a new paradigm for Black America. I'll send you all that for free. So just text the word stock to 31996 and I'll hook you up. All right. So let me hop back into. So we're talking about this Republican out of Texas who wants to ban reparations before they even get started. He's literally introducing a bill saying that any municipality or any state that implements reparations should lose their federal funding or access to funds or no bailout money or something ridiculous like that. And so what else is happening here? Babin, let's see his first name. What was his first name again? I forget his first name. So insignificant, irrelevant people. Brian Babin. So we're gonna call him BB King. BB wants to ban reparations. So triple B, Brian Babin is trying to ban reparations, and he's gotten some support from a couple of senators in Texas, House members in Texas, Burgess Owens in Utah, Representative Scott Franklin of Florida. Now, he also says, they said that his bill seems to have been sparked by the increase in the number of states and cities that are considering reparations, including California and Atlanta. Critics of the bill charge that it means to punish states and cities for pursuing reparations. Tag 24 reported Utah Representative Burgess Owens talks to supporters during a Utah Republican election party on June 28, 2022 in South Jordan, Utah. He calls for impeaching Homeland Security. Okay, this is not important. Let me.
Shabaka, are you still there?
Let me keep going here. Let me look and see what the quote is. You know what? That's not. There's more here, but Moguldom, y'all. I love y'all, Moguldom. By the way, I know the brother that started the Moguldom, Jamal. He was a good brother. I think it was Jamal. He started Bossip. And now I guess it's called Moguldom Media. Anyway, Jamarlin. Yeah, I hung out with Jamarlin, and I threw up on his boat. By the way, me and Jamarlin went out sailing. He said, "Hey man, I got a boat. You want to go get on the boat?" I said, "Yeah, man." I got on that boat and I went live. And I was talking to you guys live on my Instagram, the one that before they took it down, and somebody said, "Hey Doc, be careful holding on to that rail because you'll get sick."
What's going on?
I'm kind of what we're doing. Get your buck out. Me out, you out. Only one they have. What do you say? Man, is this the new phone or the old phone? Trying to like this, Shabaka. I'm gonna just put you on the speaker. I'm just gonna put you on the speaker. Shabaka.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, it meant that you were conscious. It means that you were aware.
Yeah, I remember.
Right. Like we've been saying that for over 20 years. Those in the conscious community.
Yeah, and exactly. That's just what I was about to say, Brother Check, saying that, you all for conscious and saying, yeah,
It has all these meanings, but yet these most when they act, they can't define it. But it's the same way they use hoodlum, thug, criminal, you name it, to describe us. But they're the biggest goddamn criminals on the planet. They're the biggest barbarians on the planet, the biggest savages on the planet. But yeah, they want to project that ish onto us, and that we internalize that shit, and we think that that's the truth, and it's not.
You know, every time that we had him on our show, and he would always try to cut us off. He was always trying to, turn it around, and then he don't dig the heat that we put on him. We bring these coffee joints for themselves. They call us racist.
Shabak, I've been arguing with these so-called Mexicans, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, because they trying to claim that hip hop was 50-50 created within them.
Okay, you think that they
Some of them it's we all the time culture, hip hop was created
right.
50-50 this much.
No, man. Yeah, because
So,
we was having all them technical difficulties.
we still having them. They're still kicking me out. They don't want this show to happen, Black family. Me and
that's
Shabak have been
exactly what it
carrying on
is.
a whole conversation that y'all completely missed out on. A really educated, historical one. But what are your thoughts on this these reptilians trying to ban reparations? Talking about if we can't get it, that no one can.
Okay, so what they say is, man, is that the damn Republikkkans party, man, belongs in jail. Because the further that these idiots, man, are pressing from the dump, as in shit, the panties, as in a transvestite wearing women's underwear, and Leo McCarthy, okay, the stage is set, man, okay? And to our people, we are all we got. All we got to do is band together. You see what I'm saying? And that will fight the shit out of these punks. Okay? Because they got Hollywood dividing us. They got the music industry dividing us. You know, they got inner city urban warfare dividing us. You see, why do you think they go through so much trouble?
They spend billions of dollars state we in. That's why we got to do a show on the black tax. How much does it cost for them to keep us oppressed?
The black tax?
The black tax. I think there's a book a brother just wrote about it called The Black Tax. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right up the show for Tuesday, man.
Well, we got to finish up with the panties.
Oh, yeah, the panties. Oh, yeah, because he's getting more and more asinine every day. And then,
that fucking Rama salami, that damn Roma noodles was on Meet the Press or Face the Nation today.
Okay, they had who on there?
The Roma noodles, Rama salami.
Oh, yeah, that clown. Yeah, what was that idiot talking about?
How he is, he's the candidate and everybody needs to go out and support him, but he's already proven that he's an anti-black fascist. So
yeah, right. Because he stated publicly that he was against reparations, and I was hitting him on Tweety Bird or Stinky Bird.
Oh, we were all hitting him on Twitter. Black Twitter was lighting his ass up.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now, how do you get to Black Twitter? Is it a hashtag, man, or actual site?
Black Twitter ain't a real place. It's just where a conglomerate of black Twitter users are crumb bumming on the same Republikkkans.
Okay, now how would you get to Black Twitter? Because I got there because we got Shabbat EXP at Twitter, and those who are listening, definitely get with us at Shabbat EXP on Twitter. But I'm trying to get to the Black Twitter. Man,
shout out to the viewers. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties. They don't want us to do this show, but we appreciate you viewing. Whoever's viewing right now, leave a comment and support the campaign. Lady Che is running for city council in Aurora.
Right. And then also, too, for all these blacks fell out as politicians, let me tell you, brain dead fools, something. And please listen to an old guy, okay? You're committing suicide, man. Okay, you black politicians, with this Republican agenda, Tim Scott, Eric Adams, Ken Bass.
Don't forget that goddamn Mark Thompson, too.
Oh, yeah, we owe reparations. Okay, well, I think within debt that we owe this country, which is none, next to zero, okay, our ancestors being brutalized on our plantation and murdered for sport and lynched for sport, like how they would have the picnic, kind of referred to as a picnic, and then these white folks would go out there, they would bring a meal with them, go up there, watch the black person be burned, or hung, and then they turn around and eat and have a party with it. Now, how is anybody in their sane mind going to watch a person that just died to turn around and eat?
We're dealing with savages, Shabaka, savages, barbarians.
Yes, and that is absolute total savagery right there. That is exactly what I was about to get to say. You see what I mean? That was total savagery. You see what I mean? And then we're supposed to sit there and we're supposed to love these individuals, you know, as the Panty says, you know what I'm saying? Now, the dumb, as we know, as in human shit, the dumb, okay, he set the purpose for this bullshit in the 2016 election. Then
they still ain't gotten over that. That's what kills me about these caucasoids, Shabaka. They always telling us to get over something. These mothers still ain't got over the Crusades. Right. They still ain't gotten over the Inquisition. Right. And they damn sure ain't gotten over the Moors controlling Europe for 800 years.
Right. Yeah, right. And then, too, or that I got into a debate about this individual. Or the Moors and whatnot going in Southern Europe. And some dude is going to tell me, well, you don't think that the Moors were getting with some of the white girls? And I said, well, I just asked a question about that. I say, why?
Right.
With all them beautiful women there from East Africa and Ethiopia, especially. Okay.
Right. Especially.
And Somalia.
Yeah.
Look at Ilhan Omar. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to go up here, you know, to this blonde hair and these blue eyes? And you got all these lovely ladies down there in Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? Then down there in Ghana, then over there, not here. You see what I mean? Mauritania and what have you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't get it, man. You see, I don't get it. And then too, and I think that's what's happening with the Moors is that they have to do more research on the Moors to see that they are complicated subjects. And what I mean by complicated, I mean it's just an involved subject. You know what I'm saying? The same thing, you know, with
the Asians. Now the Asians want to be on code with us, talking about they don't want to fight with.
Notice how, man, we have these kinks going.
Oh, well, Shabaka, we already know. Professor Black Truth did a whole expose about what they do to us in the new black media, or the signal boosters of the new black media. Right. They always flagging our channels, getting our channels taken down, not giving no legitimate reason on why they are claiming. They're giving us strikes because you get like 3 strikes and you're out. Our Front Line Blacc News just got our first strike. And we went around for 3 years.
That's Shabaka's Black. Yeah, Shabaka's Black experience enhanced probably has about a dozen of them now.
And can you guess what the strike was about, Black family? I'm going to give you a hint. That goddamn jab.
Jack.
Remember we
tried to implement that shit again. No, right?
Oh yeah, that was just a trial run.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
When they turn them chips on, that's when the mugs' heads is getting blown the fuck off. Because everybody that got that got the juice.
Yeah.
They got a chip in them.
Yeah, you're metallicized. Yes, so they're metallicized. And then on top of that, and I have loved ones that's done that. So, you know, I'm very concerned about them, man. You know what I'm saying? But so far, you know, nothing yet.
My grandfather, rest in power to him, he got the jab. And I kept telling them, don't get the jab.
No.
My mom got the jab. I kept telling her, don't get the jab. But they forced you, if you had a job, a legitimate job, to get that shit. Because she works in the health field. She works in a hospital.
Okay. So they extorted her with that. And then to Sister Shay, Portland, Oregon. Well, actually, she's in North Portland. She was saying something about that jab, but how they're going to metallize it. And Captain Spark, he has always put it out.
Yeah, there. That's why I gave the analogy I did about blowing a mug's head off when they issue phase 2 of this shit. Because they got a log. They got a log, Black family. They know who got the jab and who didn't.
Oh, exactly.
And they literally they tried to take like 10 episodes down, Shabaki, from our first and second season.
Man. Oh man, the treachery.
So me and Lady Shay both appealed and we won.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm glad you won the appeal. And
then they tried to say that something that Lady Chase said.
Anything with music or any publication?
No, there was no music playing. Like, cause they give you a section of where you supposedly violated the standards or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
And you play that 40 seconds. Yeah. It's just Lady Che talking.
Interesting, because I remember when I was doing a live feed on Fremont Street in Las Vegas.
And then after that, I gotta move us on to the next topic, Shabaki.
Okay. All right, and they tore down my video saying, man, it was copywritten. Some music playing in the background, man, from Sharika, man. It wasn't copywritten. I wasn't even focusing on music. I was focusing on Fremont Street. But anyway, what's the next thing that we got going on?
Oh, man, there's so much, Shabaka. The next topic is them damn Demorats.
Okay, they're dangerous. Okay, now what makes them dangerous is because they're going down the toilet and they're trying to take everybody else.
We've been saying for the past 3 years, Shabaka, we don't care if both parties collapse. We welcome it, in fact.
Exactly, man, because they're both the same side, they're the same coin. They're both the two sides of the same coin. You see what I'm saying? WS. Doing the algorithms up there, man, and St. Bruno with your YouTube, Zuckerberg down there in Menlo Park at #1 Hacker Way. And then, of course, the other algorithm firms up there in San Francisco. It's because you go through San Francisco, you're seeing, all the tech firms, all those high-rise apartments that you're seeing, man, those that are your people running the internet.
Silicon.
What they got loft apartments now, because they make money. One half of the apartment is they're looking for, another half is their office.
Remember, I told you I lived in like a house into like a 10-bedroom house.
Yeah, right, exactly. You see, and that's what they're doing. That's the trend they're doing up there. And then what it is that you getting all these Saramis, and then you getting all these people from Pakistan off over that.
I seen some some motherfuckers from India today. Nobody's looking at me crazy while I'm rolling down the street in Lady Chase power chair.
Yeah, And then too is that they hate us just like white America does.
I mean, they jumped.
And they
didn't jump. They damn near
yeah.
jumped in the middle of the street to get away from me, Shabaka. It was, and then they looking at me crazy while I'm rolling past them. I'm just looking right back at them like, what?
Oh yeah.
And I'm
and
bumping.
Then keep in mind,
I think I was gonna round a big payback.
Oh yeah. And then keep in mind is that they have a caste system that old boy was saying on Yenga. Is that where Kamala Harris part of. Is that what was the name of that caste that's up at the top?
The Brahmin.
And
shout out to the viewers.
Okay. And then, of course,
thank you for sticking with us.
Okay.
Having a lot of technical difficulties. Hold on, Shabak, I gotta get the other video.
Yeah.
Is it quick what you got to say, Shabaka? Because I'm about to play the clip. Go ahead, Shabaka.
Oh, yes, sir. And then what it is, the untouchables is like she's expressing the niggas in you. See, that's what we do.
Yeah, you're talking about the Dravidians, the untouchables. But this is Phil Scott. Shout out to Phil Scott. I've been listening to Phil Scott for at least 10 years. Phil Scott been around. He's been around for like 15, 20 years. And now
I
he
didn't
has
Phil Scott until about 2 years ago.
Oh man, Phil Scott been around. He started. He had very humble beginnings.
And we need to get around because we've been in existence now 7 years. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, 7 years with Shabaka's Black experience in hand.
In 3 years of
Front
Line Blacc.
Third year with Front Line Blacc News, right?
And the Revolutionary.
So that's So that's a combination of 10 years that we've been around.
Yep. And we have,
you see what I mean?
200 subscribers that combined. But that's by design. They don't want this truth to get out.
Of course it is. It's because if you recall, Brother Chad, I used to do live feeds right up there, man, from the Bay Area.
Yeah, that was with when we were with Mile High News. So actually, we've been around 11 years. If you combine Mile High News, and probably add on another 4 if you combine Black Dots and Theory.
Oh yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, yes. Okay, so you're talking about we combine Black Dots and Theory, Mile High News, Shabaka's Black experience in hand, and Frontline Blacc News and the Revolutionary Agenda.
Yep. Combined, we probably got we probably got 500 subscribers combined.
Combined, yeah. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna have to do, and we asking everybody out there in earshot of us, please subscribe to Frontline Blacc News. Please join the group Resurrection of the Mental Dead.
Yes.
Subscribe to the podcast Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Follow the Revolutionary Agenda. don't like this truth.
Thank you, viewers, whoever you are, for sticking with us. We're having technical difficulties that literally keep kicking us out. Ty Mo in the building.
Okay.
I got both shots. Okay. I think since I got that shot, my decision making been horrible. I've been telling
Okay, what
my
do
daughter.
you mean you got 4 shots? 4 shots of what?
They talking about the jab. Or she talking about.
Okay. Somebody's in the chat room talking about that they got the hit with the jab 4 times.
Twice. Or both shots. They had to boost the shots.
Okay.
Yeah, because they got like 4 shots. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I'm back in like 6 months and get you have to get another shot.
Another booster.
And then another shot 6 months later.
Another booster.
And mugs are still catching COVID. They just not reporting it no more. But people are still catching COVID and dying from COVID or C-19.
Oh, yeah. But what they're doing with it is, because as we do know, the COVID is a biological or biochemical weapon.
Yep.
Okay, just like we tried to kill Joe Gibson.
Oh,
is that the first form of biological warfare that you get in the United States is when the Pilgrims had brought smallpox to the indigenous peoples here, the continent of North America.
Yep.
Okay, so then of course too, another biological weapon that you had, that came up after that was the atomic bomb. Okay, now when Truman dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and then Nagasaki, right?
And those were black. Those were black areas of Japan, Shabaka. A lot of us don't know.
Okay, Nagasaki.
But
Nagasaki,
they had large
Hiroshima.
black Japanese populations, and the Japanese, they said in order for you to become a samurai, you had to have a black blood in you.
Okay, the samurai, they were the ruling class. Okay. Doing in feudal Japan, as they call it, which would be the 16th, 17th, 1800s on the European calendar of AD. Okay.
And what would they say to him? And boy, some of the answers from these brothers are quite interesting. Now, of course, let me address the people in the back of the room, the back of the class. The people that just parrot everything they're told, the people that don't have, any kind of critical thinking skills, the people that allow
cut off
those fear mongering from
listening to him for over 10 years. Oh, the computers.
From MSNBC and other locations. They're so afraid of everything. The people that is on the default setting and then they try to come over here and they think that they could tell me something. I guess to get me back in line with them. I don't know why they keep using that Republican thing. Oh, the Republicans gonna be so happy with you. Even if they was. So I'm going to address my people. One thing the Republicans don't like about me, I can tell you that much. I address my people, and I'm talking about lineage-based reparations, period. I don't hear Republicans really touting lineage-based reparations. So I don't really understand that. See, this Republican talking point, I don't know why y'all think that could scare me or other people. Like, we don't care about you saying you're a Republican. Even if I was, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
What are you going to do?
Right.
Even if I was. I'm not, but even if I was, what are you going to do?
What?
Getting your feelings about it? Oh, well, he's a Republican, so he's a sellout. No, well, I'm not selling out no time soon.
Right.
If anybody sells out, it's you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll get to why you so much of a sellout in this day and time. You go voting for a group of people who prioritize everybody else but black folk. But a person that's a quote unquote Republican is a sellout? Really? So you got these brothers. And I'll play what these brothers are saying. I'll just chime in on some things that I want to home in on. So let's go ahead and start.
Joe Biden was here right now, what would you tell him? Let me tell you why. Cause man, gay half
bro. I ain't finna keep putting no $130, $45 in my car. Man, listen, Joe Biden, I'm gonna tell you like that. That's all I gotta say for you.
That brother is correct. Ever since Joe Biden's been in office, the gas prices has been astronomically high. Now, of course, you're going to have the Democrat supporters say the president doesn't affect gas prices. Why do you guys keep saying that? Well, you're talking to a guy who worked in the petrochemical industry for 22 years. And I can tell you from experience how the president affects gas prices. The previous president, Donald Trump, had promoted more domestic drilling, also offshore drilling for crude oil. I live in Texas. Sweet crude oil is plentiful in Texas. Yep. So you do more drilling in Texas. You do drilling in the Gulf of Mexico.
Bordering countries.
Sorry, Black family, they keep
Which
kicking us out.
Here. Yeah, like we'll be up there in the Middle East, okay, Saudi Arabia, okay, was the big one. Also, too, let me see, the other nations near Saudi Arabia. And when we put OPEC on the map was during the Yom Kippur War of 1973 in October. Okay, is where the Arab nations, okay, and went to Israel, and that they were returning the favors to Israel, okay, for the 60s. Okay, so what had happened was old Tricky Dick, who was the president at that time, and keep in mind, it was 50 years ago, people, all right, and I've lived through it. Okay, Tricky Dick said that he is still going to give aid to the Israelis. Okay, and the Arab nations or the OPEC cartel said, well, Tricky, if you do that, we'll cut off the oil supply to the United States. And guess what? They did. Then this is when they started making all these fuel economy cars. It got so bad that they even had to change daylight savings time zone, you know, to save energy. I remember that very well.
Yeah.
Throughout 1974. And
you did see all them. Yeah, you seen all them changes.
Yeah, and
you
people
were literally a walking encyclopedia.
Gas going up from 25 cents to $1. When it went up to $1 a gallon, everybody gets danced. And now look at this shit right now. Okay, you go to California, $8, $9 a gallon. You know, out here in Nevada, you know, it's holding, you know, at about $5, $6 a gallon.
Jesus Christ.
But the point is what they did what the OPEC nations did is that they unified together, brought the 5 digits together as a fist, and they hit the U.S. right in the balls with it, man. Canada too, you know what I'm saying? With their unity, you see. And they caused a major economical shift in the U.S. economy, even with this AI bullshit that you got going on now. So what's happening now with the AI, it ain't so much the Arabs controlling, but you got the Asians, you got the people, what did you call them, the Davidians from India controlling it. And where you can tell out who's moving and shaking in the high-tech tech boom is just take a BART train ride from Oakland, California, all the way out there to San Francisco International Airport, and all the motherfuckers you see coming up there with them laptops on and stuff like that right there. That's it, who's running so down. They're making it move and shake. And keep in mind, Black family, we ain't even making 10% of that workforce over there.
No, I see it with my own eyes both times that I've been to San Francisco.
I've traveled through that. I've seen it. I've ridden the BART train. You see what I mean? And the main ones that you see, man, you got Asia, India, Arabia. You see what I'm saying? And the only thing you see our people out there doing is standing out there bummed out, panhandling, man, in front of the damn BART station, talking about a little change. And shit like this. See, now, the cold part about it is it's this critical race theory crap, okay, sponsored by the Panty, okay, the dude in Florida who wears women underwear, the Panties, okay, is because they see that we're going down, okay, we're on our way down to the campus, Black community, and they try to pulverize us into the dirt because they know if we come together and unify and uprise on it, and then we'll be taking out some vengeance on it as well too. You see, that's what we got to do with black businesses. That's what we got to do with the name of Jay Morrison.
Yeah.
That I've seen all over the net.
No, I've heard good and bad about Jay Morrison.
Okay, but Mr. Morrison, okay, but if it's all right, you know, if I got the approval of our staff here to have Mr. Morrison on, and, you know, we could talk to him ourselves, you know, but however, you know, he does make a lot of sense. I heard some bad things on him. I appreciate Dr. Umar Johnson.
Umar Johnson is off code as a mug. Umar Johnson is off code. He is off code.
Is he on code or off code?
He's off code.
Okay, he's off code.
Big time. He came on Marcel Dixon's show. It was an interview, and it ended up turning into a whole debate. And he was using Marcel Dixon like he was Tariq to try to get at Tariq.
Okay.
It was that kind of party.
Okay. Okay.
I watched the whole one.
Doing what I can, you know, before I transition. You see, to lay down, you know, the history that I've lived through and understand.
Yeah, you're a walking encyclopedia. Talking to you is like talking to Pops or my grandpa. Y'all are a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. Well, Grandpa's about right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Grandpa's about right, you know. And then also, too, it's very, very imperative that the dude, the transvestite of Florida, you know, he needs to be stopped, okay? He needs to be impeached. He needs to be voted out of office. He needs to be made to go bankrupt because what the panties is doing. And I mean the transvestite wearing woman's underwear. I want to be clear about that. Okay, it is not only is it wrong, but it is immoral. And then what makes it immoral is because you still want to brutalize the descendant of slaves.
Yeah.
And this is what you're doing. Okay.
It never ended. It never ended. We still enslaved.
Yeah,
It's more mental now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're still enslaved.
No, that's what well, Brother Che, that's why we created the hashtag resurrection of the mental dead.
Yeah.
You see, just for that reason right there. You see what I'm saying? That's why we created the hashtag for that. And definitely, ladies and gentlemen, please check out the Facebook group by the same name of Resurrection of the Mental Dead. Please post the material in there, you know, to get this chain off our brain. You know,
we've been using the hashtag.
Also, please check out the
on all the social media platforms
as well. But the more that we gain, it's going to accelerate. That's what we need to do. And definitely there, shout out to the Brother Isaiah.
Yes, our East Coast correspondent.
You know.
Yeah, we need to borrow his damn cat. We need over here, and we need to find a way to get Noche over here. Sister Bianca's cat.
It's the black cat.
Mm-hmm. They're both black cats.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, brother. I said, yeah. So get with us when you can, brother. You know, you've been busy, man, working on your music, you know. Now, also, too, for you know, the Trumpites and
Hold
the
on,
haters,
I gotta get to the
up
video. Otherwise, this show, I got a time schedule because the new black media is gonna go on at about 5, 6 o'clock. So I'm gonna try to get through as many topics. Yeah, I'm trying to get to as many topics as possible before then. So we on the Demorats now, and foundational black men, black American men. We are not pleased with Biden. We have made that very known, especially on all of our platforms. So we are not pleased with him. He needs to sit down some goddamn where, put on his damn Depends and spend time with his grandchildren and leave running the country to somebody else.
Yeah, and the only thing, okay, well, that means that we're just doing something right, you know.
You know, we're back, Black family. Whoever listens to this playback, they're gonna be really entertained. Like, what the hell is going on here? So this is
because they don't like the truth. They shadow banning us. They don't like the truth. So, you know, they're playing with the algorithms. You see what I mean? And we need to find out just where these assholes are so therefore we can haul them off in the court.
Right.
And I believe it's San Mateo County, you know, for violation of the First Amendment that they swear, you know, to live and die.
Cold, yeah.
That you'll give somebody like Joe Gibson the First Amendment, right? But
Joe Gibson is a tether anchor baby. He's a tether anchor baby. He is a tether anchored baby. His people fled from Italy during Mussolini. He a Johnny come lately. That's why he said,
Johnny come lately.
Y'all don't deserve anything. You came to the country that we had already built. And all that. We lived we had 8 people in the same room. You had $1 million worth of white privilege.
Right.
They literally told you before you got off the boats at Ellis Island because you were broke. That's where the coal crackers went. If you was a rich cracker immigrant, you went to Martha's Vineyard or Brooklyn.
A lot it is as well too, is that when they endorsed these ass scratchers, y'all the bosses, Uncle Tim Scott, Herschel Walker, you know what I'm saying, Warlock, you know what I mean, Ward Connolly, Barry Alders, Leo Terrell, you prop them up and you stating that they speak for Black America.
They prop them up because they're puppets. They're puppets. They're black faces on white supremacy. Of course they're going to prop them up.
Exactly.
They telling them everything that they want to hear.
Exactly. And then, you know, it's like what we call, you know, the ass scratching, the Yasaba syndrome, you know, the imitation of life, you know.
They had a brother, there's a brother on TikTok, Shabaka, and he's singing that goddamn in a small town song. And he talking about, oh yeah, this is a good thing, blah, 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 blah. Like, you don't speak for us, coon.
It sounds like you're talking about a dude by the name of Cowboy Troy.
Yeah.
You know, and that is sad. You know what I'm saying? It really is sad, you know. But only thing we can say is that if some of you individuals, you know, got halfway sense and wanted to sit down and have civil conversation with us, you know, definitely call in that Shabbat the Black Experience event every Tuesday, you know, 6 p.m. in the Pacific, 9 p.m. in the East. The number is 516-418-5996. Now, if you come in there and act like you got some sense, we'll talk to you, we'll listen to you. You come up there and get to screaming and hollering at us and disrespect.
Okay, we're back. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. And then, you know, and we will talk to you, you know, some of you creature feature people, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk to you. And, but one thing, though, is just like, that's it right here. When you come on our platform, you know, on an intellectual basis, you got to leave your sunscreen at home. You see what I mean? It's a pleasant 108 degrees out here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
It's a pleasant 90. It was a pleasant 98 degrees here in Denver, Colorado, or Aurora, Colorado.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys are about a few thousand feet more higher. You see, plus your air. Probably making that much more warmer. But however, I'm not a meteorologist. There's any folks out there, you know, with backgrounds in meteorology.
That's
me.
You know,
climate change, you know.
You're looking at them, or you're talking to them.
Oh, okay. Why, you got a degree in meteorology?
Originally, that's what I was going to school for.
Oh, to be the weatherman. Oh, okay. All righty. Okay. It's all good. You know, it's all good. Okay. All right. So, and another thing too, we might want to comment a little bit on is all these wildfires that are coming up out of Canada. That's
all by
the air
design.
over there in Chicago,
none of this is
Cleveland,
happenstance.
and New York City.
They talking about this is the hottest year ever, Shabaka. They said July 4th, 2023 was the hottest year on record.
Is that right? Okay. All righty. And then speaking of July 4th, and I'm sure that they're not going to let her video go viral where Jill Scott was singing a song.
It went viral, Shabaka. It went viral. I think Jay Dizzle shared it.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Jay Dizzle. Shout out to Jay Dizzle.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, because she spoke the truth on that one right there. Okay, so what it is, we got to get the homeschooling of our children, get them up out these damn public indoctrination centers, okay? It's because our babies, they're marked, okay? As we stated before, Charlie Theron, talked about she wants to raise her 2 sons as girls, raising him as a girl.
Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade with their goddamn son.
Yeah. And the situation with Dwayne. Now, even Dr. Umar Johnson had stated something in regard to that. Okay, he was like 12, 13 years old, when they went up there mutilating him. Now, I suppose when he decides, when he gets 25, 30 years old, that he don't want to be that way anymore.
It's going to be too late, Shabaka.
He ain't got his job. Yeah, you see.
It's too late.
So what they did was they turned
castrated
the boy
him
off into a mutant.
Yeah,
They turned him into a mutant.
Yeah.
A eunuch. Yeah, that's the term. Yeah, a eunuch. They turned him into a eunuch. You see what I mean? And then the cold part about it is, as this trend is picking up more and more momentum, don't our people see, don't our scholars see, don't our movers and shakers see that the only way to prevent this type of bullshit is that we've got to pool our resources, okay, on an intellectual basis, on a commercial, financial basis, on a land basis.
And after that, Shabaka, I got to finish the video.
Okay, they kicked us out the studio again.
No, after you finish your thought, I got to finish this video.